4 company from.
Yeah, but he had a fireman's pole in his house
Yeah,
Yeah.
out of his little area.
yeah. Oh, well, hello. Welcome to Bob and Doug's Firehouse Stories, where we tell behind-the-scenes stories of the fire service and people in the fire service. I'm Bob, and this is Doug, and we have a special treat. We have one of our old chiefs.
Special treat,
Yeah, Lloyd Mills, and boy, we've been sitting here reminiscing. And got a lot of stories to tell you, but Lloyd's got one to tell you here about where he was at Competition Motors.
That's right, Oxford
That's
Street.
right, and we had one of the brothers go missing.
How long ago was that?
Huh?
How long ago was that? How many years ago?
It was the last big snowstorm we had. I know that we had to use the army trucks
Oh, that was 77.
Yeah, and we used the army trucks. They were staying right at the fire hall with us,
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
and they would lay in lines for us, pulling with those big track units that they had.
yeah.
And we lost one of the firefighters. We found his helmet.
What, you were at a fire? You went to
Fire
responding to a fire
competition motors. Yeah,
in a garage sort of thing, right?
I remember Bruce. What's the driver of the unit? He's gone now too.
Chelon?
Huh?
Chelon?
No. He was a gambler. Bruce, don't matter.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean though.
He used to say that, see that square? I bet you that bug never leaves that square.
How much?
$1.
Okay.
So then they said, oh, okay, and then you stamp on the book,
Yeah.
take your dollar.
Thank you.
Oh, I almost had his name
Me
there.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah. So he was there,
he was the driver of the
and
pump.
you missed the guy. Sid was the guy you were missing, right?
We missed Sid. Yeah, we found his helmet.
Where was his helmet?
His helmet was just laying on the ground inside the back door. So we went looking for him, and I found him he was on this mezzanine above the main driveway in the back door there. And I hollered to Dick Stevens. Yeah, Dick was there. I said, help me get him down out of here. And so we
Was
dragged
the fire
him.
still going?
Oh yeah. Well, it was still smoky, like you know, the
okay.
fire was
Very bad
air
environment.
put out. But
Was he unconscious? Or they said?
Sid,
Was he unconscious? Is that what you
he was unconscious. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He was, but anyway, we dragged him down, and I forget now who put him in. But he grabbed a hold of my fire coat. I know that, and we put him on the stretcher, and he was still dragging me along. He wouldn't let go of me. Eh?
Yeah.
So I've seen Sid lately, and then he always reminds me of it all the time. Eh?
Huh. Yeah. Well,
But
that's,
yeah, he.
sort of nice to know that's what we're there for, right?
Yeah,
Each
they
other.
were feeding him oxygen, and he still wouldn't let go of me. And finally, they got to the rescue unit. I don't know if we were transporting our own at that time. I think we were allowed to transport our own guys to the hospital then. And then after a while, of course, the ambulance guys, they didn't like us doing that, so
Took money away from there.
so you know. But when we could still transport our own people, but we couldn't transport anybody else.
Anybody else? Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened before '76 when I started.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
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 I was working at
Maybe
Sevens
not
Fire
much,
Hall. I
but,
know that.
Yeah.
I was driving the aerial ladder truck, I think, or your dad was there too, or he was driving the ladder truck.
I remember
Bruce
that.
Willis.
Bruce
Oh,
Willis.
right.
I remember that storm. We got stuck at 5 companies for like 3 days with the army guy. We had this crazy army guy in driving this half track with a hose on it.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was literally crazy. And we had an alarm. We had to go up Oxford Street. And he went up Oxford, and there was so much snow back then that you couldn't see the cars. It was just like drifts.
Yeah.
It was just drifts. You didn't know what. And he'd hit a car and go, so, but anyways, we came back, and I remember on the 3rd day, the city finally came through feeding us.
Oh yeah.
And they told the halls that if you want to go out, we're gonna sign we'll replenish, I think, up to $7 or something like that, for lunch. So Billy Reason and I were at Five Company, right? And we've been there for a while. There was the other crew was in there for the day. We were sort of spelling each other off. So we decided we'd go for lunch, but the only place that was open nearby that we could walk to was the Beef Baron, the strip bar.
joint.
So we walked, it was quite a ways, it was about half a mile. We walked through this brilliant, I mean, it was still blowing, but it was like brilliant white, the snow. And went and opened the doors, and you'd open the doors, and honest to God, it was like going into a cave. You couldn't see an inch in front of your face because your eyes were like,
Yeah.
so
Dilated.
so you had to wait until you could see, and then we did, and Billy and I went in, and we ordered a roast beef sandwich and stuff, and got her $7 worth, and we're sitting there eating it, and it was pretty quiet. There was one guy with a Weston bread shirt on, a coat, jacket on, and a logo on his jacket, and he had 3 strippers, one on each side and one on his lap, and they were having a good time over in the corner talking away and giggling, having a great time. Billy and I are eating everything, and all of a sudden, it's other than those girls giggling a little bit, it's quiet, and the door goes open, and the brilliance of the white and the snow going by, and this lady comes in. She takes about 4 steps in, and now she gets hit with that wall of dark while she stands there just like this. And then you can see after a while she's starting to see, so she's starting to
Look around.
look, and her eyes rest on that group in the corner, the Weston. Over she goes, and she stands right at the end of the table. And Bill had his back to us, so I said, "Bill, watch this. This has got to be good." She's standing there like this, looking down, and then with like a stripper on each arm and one on his lap.
The guy's wife?
Yeah. He says, "Oh, hi, dear." He says, "This is Rose. This is Kathy." I know that. I'm not giving you.
And Lucy.
Yeah, that was quite funny. But that was a storm of '77. Yeah.
Yeah, I was still in high school.
Yeah. You weren't on then? No, of course. Yeah.
Shit, no. I'm not near as old as you guys.
I walked to work. I walked to Five Company from where I lived in White Oaks. And talk about those half tracks. On Commissioners Road there by Parvin Hospital, there was a fence, the big field there. I saw one hung up on the fence as I was walking by.
I can remember you walking to work all the time.
Yeah.
Why would I remember that?
Well,
Anyway.
because I was a fitness nut and stuff. Back in the,
You were.
yeah, back in the day.
Yeah. Whatever happened?
Yeah, I know. I married a good cook.
Yeah.
But anyways, thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed today. And if you did, please press the like button. If you like us and would like us to come to your mailbox every Friday, press the follow button and we'll just automatically go to your mailbox. You don't get any advertiser or anything like that, just us every Friday when we post. So thank you, and I'll see you next week. Until then, be safe.
I know.
Boy.
Take care. That's it. That's as far as I get. Yeah. Yeah, I can remember all those times, boy, I'm telling you. That was a bad storm. We were always sitting there praying that we didn't have to have any fires, eh?
Yeah.
You know what? There wasn't any major fires, were there?
No, well,
I know we didn't have one.
when I worked at Forest with Bruce's dad,
That's okay.
with Bruce,
I've been called worse.
we had, I mean,